Ladies and gentlemen, it is the year of the fire. No, we're not talking about Snake Eyes. No, we're not talking about Bonfire. Screw those two cards. We're talking about Joey Wheeler, ladies and gents. Yes, he's back. Joey Wheeler. No, not Red Eyes, unfortunately. We are talking about the Flame Swordsman. Flame Swordsman is one of Joey's most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card of all time, and it's actually really underlooked. He's actually insane. You guys already know Joey became Flame Swordsman in one of the episodes. I can't recall which episode exactly, but he became Flame Swordsman, And with the release of Maze of Millennia, we got you guys a brand new fighting Flame Swordsman deck with support. And not only am I going to show you guys a deck profile, but I'm going to talk to you guys about in-depth combos that you guys can do with this deck and how to properly play this deck if you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you actually want to win with this deck right here. And today, I got you guys one of the best Infernoble players to ever touch cards. No, it's not Pac, but it's Pac's coach, Gian. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be absolutely insane. We're going to go over some bread and butter combos, which you can make 8 interruptions. Yes, 8 interruptions, unbreakable board with this deck right here. And I'm so excited to show you guys what this deck is all about. And especially, you guys already know, whenever there's a new anime deck that comes out and you can actually play the deck competitively, it's just a wonderful thing. Let me know what deck profiles you guys want to see next when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Right now, I'm testing many decks to showcase you guys some new deck profiles that will be coming out in 2024. So guys, let me know what you guys are interested in seeing in the comments section below. And what do you guys think about this deck right here? Regardless, I'm super excited to show you guys a brand new Fighting Flame Swordsman deck. Without further ado, let's begin. Flame Swordsman, here we go, guys. This deck is absolutely insane. We're going to start off with Fighting Flame Swordsman, aka 3 Joey Wheelers. So what does this card do? So this card's normal summon or special summon. You can add 1 spell or trap that mentions Flame Swordsman from your deck to your hand. That's the first effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Flame Swordsman or 1 monster that mentions it from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, except for Fighting Flame Swordsman. So this card not only is searches, but it's a built-in Rhoda and also a built-in Foolish Burial for the deck, which is absolutely ridiculous, which you want to maximize for someone actually playing 3 copies of in the deck. Remember, guys, it's important that this card is also fire, because it is a Flame Swordsman card. It is also a level 4, which synergizes a lot with a lot of other Fire Warrior monsters. And last but not least, Rhoda and Foolish Burial. You need to maximize yourself on actually playing 3 copies of this card in your deck. So triple copies of the brand new Flame Swordsman, aka Joey. Next one to play, of course, the 1 Salamander, the Flying Flame Dragon. This is the card that you want a Foolish Burial, you know what I'm saying? While this card is equipped to a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it, the equipped monster gains 700 attack, so it's a boost. And what it does, if this card is in your hand or grave, you can target 1 warrior monster you control, any warrior, equip that card to that monster you control as an equipped spell. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Salamander spell or trap directly from your deck to your hand. So you guys can already see the minor synergy that this card has with Fighting Flame Swordsman. Is that whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you can dump the Salamandra to the grave, and then Salamandra can search your Salamandra spell or trap directly from your deck to your hand, which is amazing. So it's like this card becomes like a double search, right? Because you search one and then you dump this and you search another card, which is absolutely insane. So you want to play the Salamandra, the Flying Flame Dragon, only 1 copy of. Next one, I'll play, of course, 3 copies of Fighting Flame Sword. So this is just more copies of Fighting Flame Swordsman. This card right here is a quick spell, kind of similar to Wanded, where you can use it in the draw phase, so you can play around drawing Lockbird. You can add 1 card from your deck to your hand that mentions Flame Swordsman, which is absolutely insane. When attack is declared involving a Fire Warrior monster you control, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. The entire deck is based on Fire Warriors, and when your opponent activates a card effect that targets a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it that you control, negate the effect. So it has a built-in 3-in-1 effect, so you want to maximize someone actually playing 3 copies of this card, because it is a reinforcer of the army for the deck. Next off, for your 1-ups, you're going to play, of course, the 1 Salamander Fusion. It is a equipped spell, which gives your Fire Warrior monster 700 attack, and it also has the ability to Fusion Summon, which is absolutely insane. The 1 Flame Swords Realm, this card is a branded loss. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effect when you normal summon a Fire Warrior monster. What the heck? So it's a branded loss. Once per turn, you can send 1 monster from your hand or face from the field to the graveyard. Special 1 Flame Swordsman from your extra deck. This is treated as Fusion Summon. So this card is an instant fusion. And also, once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, you can target 1 warrior monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it loses exactly 1,000 attack, but all other monsters you currently control gains 1,000 attack. So it's a huge attack boost, kind of like a Rush Recklessly, I guess, or like a quick, what's a card that gains 1,000 attack? I don't know, Ego Boost? I'm not too sure. I can't really, but it has 3-in-1 effects. So if you guys were to compare these to 2 cards, it's a branded loss and also an instant fusion. And last but not least, we're going to play the 1 Salamandra with Chain. What this card does is crazy. Target 1 fire monster on the field. Equip this card as the equip card that gives it 700 attack. Then you can change 1 effect monster on the field to face down defense position. So this card right here is a searchable Book of Moon for the deck. Also, you can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one Fire Warrior monster or Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling the materials from your hand, field, and or graveyard into the deck, but destroy it during the end phase. This card right here is a quick fusion, miracle fusion for the deck, which is absolutely insane. You banish it from the graveyard after you use the ability to Book of Moon to summon, of course, the ultimate Flame Swordsman from your extra deck to be able to get an additional pop on your opponent's turn. So this card is like 2 disruption built in 1 because it's able to summon, of course, the big Flame Swordsman fusion from your extra deck. So I'll showcase you guys a combo, which is really important, where you're able to put up 8 interruptions with this card right here, which is absolutely insane. So that's pretty much it for your Flame Swordsman lineup. Ladies and gents, Flame Swordsman work really well with Infernobles. Not only is your entire deck fire, but you have literally equipped spells which work really well with all the Infernoble cards. We got Ronald right here, the best center in the entire deck. Helps you fetch back your Gear Freed or your equip spells from your grave to your hand. We got, of course, the Ogier. This card is your Foolish Burial from the deck. And just a bunch of great extenders. You know, we got, of course, Ricardetto. This card works really well with Fighting Flame Swordsman. You guys see the synergy. Ricardetto is a level 1, which reborns back a Fire Warrior monster from the graveyard. Ricardetto is a level 1, and Fighting Flame Swords is a level 4, which helps you get access to Angelica, which is absolutely insane. So Ricardetto is absolutely amazing, which is why like the Flame Swordsman with Infernobles is the perfect like bread and butter for how you should supposed to play Infernobles moving forward and how you want to be playing this Joey Wheeler deck for 2024. The one Turpin, just more great extenders that you can play in the deck right here. The one Oliver, the one Magius, the Pot of Avarice for the entire deck, and last but not least, the god himself, the Immortal Phoenix Gear Freed, which you can easily fetch back off Ronald, which is absolutely insane. So these are all the main Infernoble monsters that you want to focus on when it comes to utilizing this brand new Fighting Flame Swordsman deck. Yes, you can play this deck as a pure version, pure Infernobles or pure Fighting Flames, but I feel like meshing these two decks together is just the perfect recipe. I feel like Fighting Flame Swordsman is just like a new engine that you can utilize without a Zoe to make Infernoble Knights even insane. And I'll showcase you guys the 2-card 8 interruption combo through the Biru, which is absolutely insane in the combo segment of this video. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Of course, your Infernoble cards, every card searches each other. You'll play, of course, the Heritage, the Museum right here, 3 copies of Museum. And shout out to Pog, guys. These are all Pog's cards, by the way. He just gave them to me. The one Almace and the one Durandal. These are the most important Infernoble cards in the entire deck. And Museum, this card's insane because you're able to search it off Angelica. And also, the Dragon is the card that works really well with Angelica because you're able to target Angelica, use Angelica's effect, especially when the monster directly from the deck. Like, Salamander the Flying Flame Dragon is just absolutely ridiculous, bro. It just works. You guys see the synergy. You guys will see the synergy in how, you know, Infernobles work with Fighting Flame Swordsman, aka Joey Wheeler, right? But that's pretty much it for the Infernoble spells. Of course, the one Rhoda switches out your entire deck, which is amazing. Next, I understand that this engine is very expensive, but I feel like it's absolutely necessary to play it. You know what I'm saying? To make this deck as competitive as possible. I'm being completely honest. This engine is very expensive. You know what I'm saying? So, the one dub, also 3 wanted, and of course, the one Origin right here. I feel like these cards are just insane. One of the best extenders in the entire game right now. You're not playing Dial Bellstar in your deck, man, bro. Like, I'll be honest, like, you're gonna be behind, bro. Like, she's insane. Like, if you don't play her in 2024, you're gonna be a bit behind your deck, and your deck is just gonna be a bit slower. You know what I'm saying? So, the Wanted. And Wanted with Fighting Flame Swords is 8 interruptions, which I'll showcase you guys a combo near the end of the video. Next off, for your non-engine, I'm playing 9. I'm playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and 3 copies of the Bureau of the Primal Being. I feel like these 9 cards are absolutely powerful. These are interchangeable for any 9 cards that you guys want to play in your deck. Just use this deck list as a guide to what you guys to play in your own deck. And yeah, just 9 great slots you guys can use. You guys are open to experiment with any other 9 combination of cards you guys want to play in your deck. You guys can play Drows, Effect Builders, Nib, Droplets, Talents, and so much more. But just use this deck list as a guide to what you guys can build in your own deck, right? That's pretty much for the main deck. Let's go on to your extra deck real quick before we start out with the combos. Flame Swordsman, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate Flame Swordsman. This card right here is quick effect pop whenever you have an equip. And it also doubles the attack whenever it attacks, which is insane. So 7,000 damage built in itself. And the one Fighting Flame Dragon. This card's in here for the trap. You want to send this card to the graveyard using your Fighting Flame Swordsman during your opponent's turn and then use the trap. So of course, use Flame Swordsman and a Flame Dragon, shuffle it into the deck, and then basically make Ultimate Flame Swordsman on your opponent's turn, which is absolutely insane. So the 3 fusion, which you must play. Next off, for your links, Cross Sheep. Your deck can summon fusion monsters, so making Cross Sheep as an extender whenever you summon a fusion monster like Flame Swordsman is just absolutely insane. Because you have Cross Sheep right here. Summon Flame Swordsman into this zone, use Cross Sheep as an extender to revive back a monster from the grave. It's just absolutely insane. So Cross Sheep must be in here. The 1 SP Little Knight, which is absolutely ridiculous. The 1 Link Spider, obviously. The 1 Abaloza, absolutely insane. This is how you're going to be able to play around hand traps. Next for utility, you got Link Creeble right here, and also the 1 Dark. The Dark Charmer right here, absolutely amazing. You can also make room for Hida as well. Next off, you're going to play 2 copies of Emperor Charles the Great. Absolutely amazing. You're playing an Infernoble deck alongside with Fighting Flame Swords. You need to play 2 copies of Emperor Charles the Great. Next off, for your synchros, you're going to play, of course, the 1 Charles, 1 Captain Roland, 1 Angelica, and last but not least, the 1 Baron de Fleur to round off for all the synchros and links and the fusions that you're playing in your extra deck right here. So guys, Infernobles work really well with this deck. I feel like it's better to explain you guys throughout the combos on how it synergizes really well with Infernobles. You know, enough talking. Let's get started with the 2 bread and butter combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck right here.
Supreme Pro, the best competitive trading card game sleeves ever. Easily gliding, easy shuffling, durable, and is what all the pro players use. Get yours now in a variety of different colors. It's the only protection your cards need. Visit tsx1.com now. Link in the description box below.
In today's video, I'm gonna showcase you guys 2 bread and butter combos. And the 1 card combo that's this deck is famous for having. It's very simple. Anybody can combo off with this 1 card. But in the second part of this combo, I'm gonna showcase you guys a bit more complex combo lines where you guys can actually make 8 negates with this deck. And I'm gonna feature one of the greatest Infernoble players or greatest warrior players to ever touch the card game of Yu-Gi-Oh! In a sec. But before we get started with that, I'll showcase you guys a 1 card bread and butter Fighting Flame Swordsman combo. What you can do with 1 card. Before we begin, what are you guys waiting for? Get your Supreme Pro sleeves today in the link down below at tx1.com. Be sure to use the code either Potato10, POC10, or Milano10 for 10% off. And if you guys spend over $100 at tx1.com, you guys get free shipping on all orders to USA. So guys, be sure to get your sleeves today. These are all the sleeves that I use, all the sleeves Pac uses, Jesse Cotton, Triff, and so much more. These are the best sleeves in the entire game. So if you guys haven't gotten them yet, go ahead and get them today in the link down below. They're the closest thing, even better than the original PC whites. I'm confident. All right, ladies and gents, here we go. So Fighting Flame Swordsman, this card right here, it matches really well with all the fire cards that are in your deck. That's why Infernobles work really well with this archetype right here. We're getting Joey Wheeler back in 2024. And what can you do with this? So you can either open up with Fighting Flame Swordsman, or you can open up with the Fighting Flame Sword. So, or even the Rhoda, or even Reinforce the Army. Either of these cards will work. You know what I'm saying? But if you open up with this, okay, because this searches you this, right? So it's like, it's either you open up with one of these 2 and you pretty much have full combo. So what do you do with this 1 card? It's a very standard basic combo, which gets you at least 1 interruption, which is absolutely insane. So what you do is, when you want to normal summon Fighting Flame Swordsman, you're going to activate Fighting Flame Swordsman's ability. You're going to search your Flame Sword Realm directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna activate your Flame Swords Realm, and Flame Sword Realm has an amazing ability where it reads: your opponent cannot activate cards or effect when you normal summon a fire warrior monster. They can't activate anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, you trying to ash this, or you like, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on normal summon effect, it's normal summon, like, you can't use anything. All right, this card is like a branded loss, which is absolutely ridiculous. And also, you can send 1 monster from your hand or face up from the field of the graveyard. Special summon 1 Flame Swordsman from your extra deck. This is treated as fusion summon. Once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, target 1 warrior monster you control until the end of this turn. It loses attack, get 1,000 attack, but all other monsters you currently control gains 1,000 attack. So like, branded loss and an instant fusion, which is absolutely ridiculous. So you're gonna activate Flame Swords Realm to send Fighting Flame Sword to the graveyard to fusion summon into your Flame Swordsman. Now, Fighting Flame Swordsman has the ability, whenever this card gets under the graveyard, you basically get to send 1 Flame Swordsman or 1 monster that mentions it from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, except for Fighting Flame Swordsman. So the Foolish Burials any Flame Swordsman card to the grave, and the Flame Swordsman card that you're going to dump is, of course, the Salamandra. And Salamandra, the Flying Flame Dragon, says whenever this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Salamandra spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So, so it's like, you Foolish Burial with searches, which is crazy. Use the Flying Flame Dragon. to search, of course, the Salamander Fusion. This is the equip spell fusion. What this card does is that you can only a Fire Warrior monster gain 700 attack. If this equipped monster would be destroyed by battle card effect, you can destroy this card instead. While this card is equipped to a fusion monster, you can send this card and equip monster to the graveyard if you do special one Flame Swordsman or one fusion monster that mentions it from your extra deck. So what you're gonna do is that you can activate, of course, the Salamander Fusion, activate its effect, send Flame Swordsman and Salamandra Fusion to the grave. You are going to fusion summon into your ultimate Flame Swordsman. And what this card does is that you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. If you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This is a quick effect. If it's equipped with a monster, at the start of the damage step, this card battles, you can double this card's attack. So it's huge. Okay, if you do, destroy it during the end phase of this turn. But you're trying to make this card a quick effect. What this does is that you can activate Salamandra's ability. This card has an amazing ability when the grave is out. You can target, if this card is in your hand or grave, you can target one warrior monster you control. You equip this card to that monster as an equipped spell. So you're equipping this, and this becomes an interruption on your opponent's turn, which is absolutely insane. This is why I love this one card combo real quick. And it actually synergizes really well with Infernobles because the entire deck focuses on fire monsters. If Isolde was out, the combos would have been absolutely insane. That's why it's really important to use Infernoble Knights with the Fighting Flame Swords cards to be able to actually play Flame Swords competitively in 2024. So it's just like a basic bread and butter combo, which literally can target a monster opponent controls and destroy it, and it's also going to be able to double its attack. This card alone, equipped with Salamander, is 7,000 damage alone, which is absolutely insane. So it's able to run over anything, which is really good. So that's pretty much it for combo number 1. Let me invite Gian next, the best Infernoble player on the planet, to showcase you guys a bread and butter 2-card combo that you guys can utilize with this deck right here. Get ready, guys. Get your popcorns. This combo is about to be 8 interruptions. Insane. Ladies and gents, I got you guys the greatest Infernoble Knight player in the entire world. You guys know that Gian right here is actually Pox's coach. Gian, how are you, bro?
Yeah, hello. I'm fine. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure. And yeah, I like Infernobles. What can I say?
Yeah, this guy is like the best Infernoble guy on the planet, ladies and gents. And today, since you guys already saw the deck profile and the first combo, just a very simple first combo as you guys saw, let's go on with the more complex combos on why it's really important to kind of like incorporate the Wanted engine with the Infernobles with Flame Swordsman. Gian, how does the Flame Swordsman and the Infernobles work together? Is it bad that Isolde is banned, bro? Explain.
I mean, at first it hurt a lot, but you know why? Because when they banned Isolde, they didn't give us the 10 new Flame Swordsman cards, so we had to wait and wait. But when I finally got to read all those cards, I was like, now I understand. It makes sense. With Isolde, this would be much power.
So this is the bread and butter, right? You think? So opening up with like Fighting Flame and also Wanted, right?
That Wanted is like the best extender, but if it's like a museum or a searcher, because we have like 10 rotas,
yes,
like you still make a crazy combo. But this is the craziest one. Yeah, let's begin. So you have 2 quick plays, which means draw phase, so you don't get a draw. So you could use both, but I recommend you, if you wanna be like pro, just use the flame quickly.
Yes.
So you rather they ash in your normal summon monster.
First and foremost in draw phase, ladies and gents, you want to activate the Fighting Flame Sword. We are going to search, of course, the Fighting Flame Swordsman directly from our deck to our hand. So we're going to add that to our hand. So we're going to normal summon Fighting Flame, correct?
Search the Shadow Realm.
So activate Wanted, and Wanted is in effect. It's going to search the Dark Witch from the deck to the hand.
Now you need to summon the witch.
Yes, sir. And then we activate Witch's effect. We set, of course, the original.
So now we make Cross Ship.
So you're going to make the Cross Ship. So we're going to use this effect, right?
You could dump the extra deck one or the main one. We want the main deck one, because he is actually a +1 right now.
And then we activate the
effect. We have like 2 targets, 1 trap, 1 spell. We want the trap. You activate your instant fusion. I mean, Shadow... The
OG Flame Swordsman. So guys, when you use Flame Swordsman's ability to discard a monster from your hand to the grave, to instant fusion into, of course, the Flame Swordsman in your extra deck. And now you trigger off Cross Sheep, correct? Yeah, it doesn't matter what you revive off. So you use Cross Sheep to revive back the Fighting Flame, and then... But what's the best line to play here, you think? What do you think we should do?
Appaloosa, because that's to play around hand traps, and also just a nice endboard piece, because you still have combo after the Appaloosa.
Damn, Appaloosa. Damn. So Appaloosa, this is Appaloosa for free.
It's fine if we get Nibiru and you just put a token there. We are still making like 6 interruptions after that, you know?
So all these plays, we're just trying to build Appaloosa before we commit into our original, correct? What do you do next?
Now you activate the set one, the original, and you cost the continuous one, because the continuous one...
Ricardetto.
No, Ricardero, yeah.
Ricardo,
That's
the,
our
the
main
man.
guy.
That's
That's
our
our
main
boy.
guy. That's our boy. Eh? Cardetto was effect. We revive back, of course, the
Yeah,
flame.
because the flame is a fire warrior, so it is perfect. And it's a level
Wow.
4, which is more perfect. That's why Flame Swordsman, Infernoble, they were meant to be together, I
They're
think.
meant to be bread and butter. So now we use these two cards. Obviously, this is why it's really important. This is why they banned Isolde, ladies and gents. If they didn't ban Isolde, Gian would have been cooking something even crazier, right? And now we make, of course, make Angelica, and we use Angelica's effect, correct? Yes, sir. We search the museum with Angelica. Yes, sir.
Angelica, yeah. Now, the other cool synergy, that cute little dragon that was how we got the trap, it has also an effect that says trigger Angelica.
Now I'm going to activate, of course, the Flying Flame Dragon to target the Angelica, chain Angelica's effect.
Yeah.
We're going to banish Angelica to mill the Roland, to mill the Ogier,
The Ogier.
to special summon Roland from
And-
extra deck. And now we activate the Museum, and Museum will get its effect to search the Almaze, correct? We're going to activate Ogier's effect to equip it to Roland.
Now Museum can use his effect, Museum effect, to revive the Ogier.
And then once Ogier is
Yeah.
summoned, you get a trigger of Ogier's ability to dump another monster to
Yeah,
the grave.
so this is the real card that we wanted to mill. So when Angelica was milling something, we actually wanted to mill this, but we needed to mill Ogier first, so we also got a level 4 body. Now, what's the real target that we want? Well, Gearfried, the almighty Gearfried.
The
Yeah.
almighty, the boy himself. So now let's use these two to make Charles.
We need to make an upgrade. Basically, that Link 1, that Synchro gotta become a Link 1. How? We need to put an equip. What's the more free equip that we have? Roland Graveyard Effect.
Okay.
And now we upgrade Synchro into Link 1.
Oh, so you use Roland to equip it to Charles, and now we use Charles, link it away. Emperor Charles the Great. Yes,
So now
sir.
you target the Charles and you equip the Synchro. And you use Almaze to get Durendal.
To equip
To
Durandal.
equip Durendal from the deck, yeah. Now this step for some people, especially when I coach people, they are like, hey, but why didn't you museum search Durendal in the first place? Well, it's really important that you get Almaze, because at the end you need access to 2 equips. One is gonna go away for the Gearfried summon, and the other one is gonna be equipped the Charles in the end phase. So that's why you need to get somehow 2 equips in rotation.
Understood.
Almaze goes to the graveyard now.
Yes.
And Durendal, it's Aurora. What are we
Yes.
searching right now?
Renaud,
In this moment, the best one, Renaud, yeah, the other boy.
the other boy, yes. And then since you control a fire monster, you can since you search Renaud, you can summon a Renaud here, and then you activate Renaud's effect.
Renaud is gonna get us the Gearfried.
Insanity. It is the Gearfried.
Insanity, yeah.
And then I activate Gearfried's effect, correct? Which doesn't matter which one we banish.
Yeah. I mean, for most people, it doesn't matter. For me, it's just better, a little bit better, to have in the graveyard the Durendal. So I usually banish Almaze.
Yep. To summon Gearfried. So now we have a level 1 tuner and level 9 Immortal Phoenix Gearfried on the field. Want to use these two guys right here to synchro summon into Baron the Floor. Insane, bro.
Exactly.
Wow. So this is your end board, right? And then you set this Salamander with Chain. You also get an additional free card because of the Sinful package, which is insane.
Yeah.
Wow. This is crazy, bro. So how many, now what are we doing?
Now
Explain.
we need to count the interruptions because there are so many. Oh, in end phase, Charles got equip whatever equip you still have in graveyard, Durendal in this case, and a Fire Warrior from the deck. And this is key. We cannot equip anything but the Fighting Flame Swordsman, second copy.
During the end phase, when you use Charles' effect to equip the Durandal and also a second copy of Fighting Flame Swordsman from the deck. Can we explain to the viewers that are watching at home how many interruptions is
Let
this?
me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 8. Yeah.
One Charles negate.
Yeah. It's 4.
Okay. One Charles pop.
That's 5.
That's 5. Okay, this is getting insane, ladies and gents. This is 5 interruptions. You got Baron interruption, which is 6.
6. Yeah.
And this is Salamander with Chain, right? This
Yeah.
is this
And Salamander Ally.
this right here is the Book of Moons, so it's 7.
7.
And then you can also use his
Yeah,
ability, okay? You can banish this card from your graveyard.
Yeah.
If you summon fire one monster from your extra deck by shuffling even sphere from their hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. So you're gonna banish this card from the grave. Okay. You're gonna shuffle.
But, we need to have a good sequencing. So we
Okay.
are going to do it after we use Charles, because Charles needs to cause the fighting. The fighting gotta go to the graveyard when we use Charles to negate a spell or trap. Yeah, and then the idea is that fighting is gonna trigger in the opponent's turn. That's how insane the engine is. And now we mill the extra deck dragon.
Wow. Oh, so you want to use Charles negates first,
Which is
sequencing.
the missing piece. Yeah. We use the negate first. That's the missing piece for the trap to become our boss monster, Flame Swordsman. Yeah.
And then you banish this card from the grave.
go.
So use these two, ladies and gents. Summon the Ultimate Flame Swordsman, and then we get a trigger off Roland's ability to equip it to Ultimate Flame Swordsman right here.
Yeah, and when we do that, Charles is gonna have a pop, and then we will have for whenever we want the Flame Swordsman pop.
Okay, wait. So Charles gets an additional pop? You're saying?
No, the pop of Charles only happens when Roland gets equipped.
Oh.
Yeah, one pop of Charles happens when, like, we are seeing the opponent try to combo, and we're like, you know what? I want to interrupt you right there. So, Roland equipped to my fusion, Charles pop it. Now my fusion is I'm gonna wait until I want to use my fusion pop.
You obviously want to use your
Yeah.
Charles negates first, so that way that you're able to
Yeah.
dump the Fighting Flame to the grave, and then this also mills the other card to the grave as well, which is crazy. This is 8 interruptions off 2 cards.
If you sequence correctly, yeah.
Okay, so everything just needs to be sequenced correctly. You just want to use your Charles negate first.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Wow. All right, Gian. Yo, bro. That's pretty much for this combo. This combo is insane. And on the clapback, this is already GG's, bro. This is more than enough lethal, bro. This looks scary,
Yeah,
man.
and if they had the Nibiru, man, GS made like 6, because I'm telling you, that Apollousa 3 negates would have been an SP1 banish, so 6 interruptions still. And the Nibiru wouldn't matter because you just pop it with your Charles in the end phase, yeah. So you're chilling, yeah.
I'm chilling, bro. Gian, okay. Anything else you want to say before we sign off this video?
And I want to say that you gotta, for all the viewers, you gotta give an opportunity to the Flame Swordsman, because they are more than they look at first glance.
I do agree. This looks absolutely terrifying, bro. If definitely piloted properly and properly coached and stuff like that, I think this deck can actually be a threat to the meta, bro. Because the next format meta, there's not a lot of negates, you know? Like, not a lot of, like, hard negates like this. You know what I'm saying? It's all, like, pop interaction, stuff like that with the Snake Guys and the Fire Kings. But a deck that's able to produce something like this without Isolde is absolutely scary. Scary, Gian. All right, guys, check out Gian's channel in the link in the description box below. I'll leave all the Infernoble fans out there for you guys to check out, because this Fighting Flame Swordsman deck.
Sure.
Joey Wheeler's back, right? Joey's back? What do you think?
Yeah, man. Now he's gonna get what he needed, like what he deserved, yeah.
I love that. I love that, bro. Gian, thank you so much for coming on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1, and Gian signing out. All right, guys. Peace.